Alright, what's up, y'all? I've been promising y'all story time for far too long, so we're gonna go for it. So I'm gonna tell the story tonight of how I ran from the cops, why it happened, what happened, you know, kind of tell the story, lay it all out for y'all. My glasses are fogging. So, it was about a year ago, you know, it was one of the nice Sundays I had off, and there was a group ride, you know, with the boys. Well, I mean, I wouldn't really go as far as to call them the boys. I mean, but I ride with the guys, you know what I mean? Like, we ride, we have fun, all that, and, you know, we were out doing hood rat stuff, just tearing up the town, you know how it is, bunch of guys on crotch rockets. We're, of course, being a little competitive and going fast, and maybe a little racing, you never know. I don't exactly remember, I just know, you know, I had my wife on the back. It was on my 636, you know, and just out having a general good time, so it's not to move. So anyways, somewhere in the middle of this, we get hungry, so we're like, hey, let's go grab some Panda Express. So we split off from the group. Boom. She's tired of riding, so no, I didn't run with my wife on the back. I know what you're thinking right now, and it didn't happen, okay? So we head home, you know, and do a few things. I'd been recording the group rides, and I dropped my GoPros off the charge. I had two of them. I had one under the tail of the bike, one under my chin. It's a damn shame. Well, I almost got it on video, and I was gonna say, I probably, you know, it's probably a good thing I didn't, but they had it on video, so it doesn't really matter. I was hung in court. My lawyer told me just to take the plea deal, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. I digress here. So we go home. She grabs the car, grabs the step kid, you know, all that, and we go to head over to Panda Express because that's my jam. I love me some Panda. So I'm on the highway, you know, because we take the highway to get there, and I'm kind of, you know, I'll do this thing when she's behind me in the car. I'll do some, you know, I'll hoon a little bit, wah! And I'll slow up and wait for her to catch up, you know, look behind me, all that number. You get what I'm saying. So I'm doing that, and then in order to get a good spot for the you know, for the exit, I wanted to get around a few people. I you know, go. I think I hit 120, 130, whatever. I get up there a little bit. I might be exaggerating, I might not. Like I said, it's you know, it was a wild day, so maybe I'm embellishing my mind, maybe I'm not, I don't know. But I did get up there. I was above 100, and I take the exit, and there's a red light, you know, because I have to turn left once I get off the exit. It's anyone in Amarillo, I'll give you a mental picture. It was Georgia Street exit, you know. So I'm getting ready to, you know, I'm sitting there at the light, and I look in my mirror for the first time, probably should have sooner, and I see, you know, the car behind me. It's an SUV, it's an Explorer, and then I see, boom, the spotlight. I was like, oh, is that a cop? You know, so I get to look in, and sure enough, I see the lights in the top of the window, a little strip, you know, the come on when he wants to, whoop, whoop. Oh man, I knew I was hit. I knew I was going to jail. So here's and I'll give you my thinking real quick. So in Wyoming, it's just a misdemeanor. Carries like 6 months. Now they will hit you with all the traffic infractions as well to drag it out, but for the most part, it's not that bad in Wyoming. So I figured I was going to jail anyways. Might as well make it fun. So I was like, well, and they won't always light you up in Amarillo because they have a no chase law. So they don't always decide to pursue the matter. You feel? So in my head, I'm like, you know, well, if he lights me up, I'm a book. I'm gonna go. Like, I might as well make some fun out of it. Might get away. You never know. You know. And I'd never really tested the no chase law. I just kind of like before this. So this is my supermind. I'd kind of I don't even want to say this, but I'm here to tell the story. So when I pass a cop, see a cop coming up, I was going too fast, I would just speed up to establish dominance. You know what I mean? So, oh, little buddy, go home, little, don't get run over. So I would speed up to establish dominance, and they never really mess with me. The bike cops will. I've been hit by some bike cops, man, but the car cops not really. So I was like, you know, I figured 50-50 chance he'd light me up. I was like, well, if he does, I'm gonna book him. They got a no chase law. We're just gonna put this to the test. So the light turns green. I start turning. As soon as I start turning, lights me up. So I book. And so at this time there was construction, so one lane was closed off with cones. So I shoot right down between the cars and the cones, you know, basically between the lanes. And then I get down a couple blocks, bang a right, you know, go down a block, bang a left. And I mean, as soon as I booked, he turned them off. But you know, I just want to make sure get out of line of sight, you know. And my wife had been behind me, at least to the best of my knowledge. You know, I knew she was back there somewhere. So I figured she's seen this whole thing. I just want to let her know I'm okay. I'm gonna go home. You know, grab me some Panda. I don't want to miss out on Panda because I'm not smart. Man, I almost said the R word. I know that's a no-no on the socials nowadays, and it's just not very nice. But you know, so I book a few blocks, you know, a few turns, boom, 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 and I figure he's good and gone. He gave up, you know. He can't catch me. So I pull behind the building, and I go to text, and I look down. I'm on my phone. I'm getting ready to text. And I look up, and here he comes flying around the front of that building. So I was like, whoa, shit. So I was like, split second text. I start my bike. Won't start going. He gets out. No, 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 no. You know, or stop, or whatever. And I still go. And so I gotta set for if you understand why I stopped for this. So behind the building, there was a fence on one side, the building on the other. I'm facing him. He is the only way out. I can't just flip my bike around. He's gonna tackle me off of it. I can't do that. So I go toward him. No, no, no. And he gives up on the tail of me and pulls his gun. At this point, I shut the bike down. I'm not getting shot over this. I would much rather serve time than be in a grave. I can still enjoy myself behind bars. Not my favorite, but I can still enjoy breathing. I like to breathe. And I've spent a lot of my life in prison, so I mean, it is what it is. So what is this guy doing? So I shut the bike down. I get off, hands up, you know. And he's like, down on the ground, down on the ground. Okay. So I get down on my knees. And then he's like, lay down, face down on the ground. You can handcuff me from there. I'm not doing it. I had this brand new carbon fiber helmet, same one I'm wearing. Well, actually, it was either this one or my other one. I don't remember which. It was my other one. So, oh, look. Speaking of cops, and they will appear. Is he really going to mess with me? If he does, y'all need to know I'm going to pull over. I got my plate. And I'm not doing this again. Anyways, down on the ground, down on the ground. You know, so he handcuffs me, and then, or no, he throws me on the ground face first. Handcuffs me. He's got the knee in the back, and I'm holding my helmet off the ground. Sorry, that cop made me lose my train of thought. I'm holding my helmet off the ground because I don't want to mess it up. You know what I mean? So I'm holding my helmet off the ground, and he puts his hand on the back of my head and grinds my helmet into the ground. My brand new $530. It's a HJC RPH 11, I think, carbon fiber helmet. Grinds. I bought it 3 days prior. Grinds my face into the ground. Alright. I see you, bro. I see you. So at this point, I'm pretty good and upset, man. I mean, that was uncalled for. I hate when cops take this personal. I'm not taking it personally. You know, you have a job to do. Man, false neutral. You know, you have a job to do. Let's not make it personal. But they always want to make it personal. So, wow, he cut off my corner there. So, then he gets me up, you know, gets my helmet off. He's got me handcuffed at this point. He's taking stuff out of my pockets. You know, all that. Then he goes put me in the back of the cop car. By this time, too, at least I think, yeah, by this time my wife and stepson were over there. They'd found, you know, find my iPhone and found me. They were kind of standing there watching, which I wish they didn't have to see me in this state. I'm not really proud of myself, man. So he tells me get in the back of the car. I said, you know what? The way you've been, and I'm paraphrasing for friendly terms, the way you've been with me, screw you. Put me in the back of the car. So what he does is swing me around by my arms, handcuffed, and then kicks my feet up from underneath. He slams me face first to the ground, breaks my jaw. You know, at this point, I'm like, hey, you know, you need to get medical attention. You broke my jaw. He's like, you wouldn't be talking about I broke your jaw. I can feel it. I know you broke my jaw. You know what I mean? So, God, again? Dude, this clutchless downshift catches false neutral a lot if I'm not paying attention. I'm like talking, so I'm just like zoning out. So then he puts me back in the car. Finally, another cop that shows up at the scene gets the ambulance out. They're not the matter. They tell me my jaw's not broken. They just feel the sides. I'm like, no, my chin is broken. I can feel it. I had like it chunked the bone chips off. I never did go to the hospital, but I'm telling you, it was broken. I'm not a stupid man. So he takes me to jail. I was charged with attempt to elude in a motor vehicle, and resisting arrest and improper plate placements. My plate was bent up to where you couldn't see it. All you could see was that I had a plate and that it was from Texas. So I basically, what I do is on the bracket, I bend it like, you know, kind of a little angle up against it, and that's what I did. You know, that's how I got down. I still keep my plates fairly tucked, but you can read it. I mean, I'm not running anymore anyways. I just like the sleek look, honestly, mostly. And I do like the option of, oh, I was going way too fast. Not that I'd do it again, especially not right now on probation, because I'm facing 10 years if it gets revoked. And it gets worse on the second one. So it'd probably give me like 20, 25 years if I did it again and got caught. Anyways, within a week, I bonded out. Within a week, they dropped the evading, or not evading, the resisting arrest. They dropped that, probably because he broke my jaw. So I figured at this point, well, maybe they'll drop the other one. You know, like, you know, weird things happen all the time. So I just know not too many days ago, I'm not really pushing my leaning right now. I'm a little sketchy. There's gravel everywhere. Yeah, so I was on bond forever, dealing with it. Paid $10,000 for a lawyer because I knew that would up my chances. And they wanted to give me 3 years in prison. My lawyer's like, oh, I could probably get it down to 2. I was like, how about we get it down to probation? So I leave the court, and he calls me later that afternoon. He's like, oh, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it now. You gotta be here now to sign it. I was like, okay. And they literally, I signed the sentence right then and there. Boom. Been on probation like 3 months now. I got 6 years. I can get out after I can get off after 3 with good behavior, which is what I'm aiming for. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I told my PO, man, the only thing I do is ride my bike. That's what gets me in trouble. So I work 65 hours a week. Hell, it's almost impossible for me to get in trouble unless it's the motorcycle. I don't have time. I'm going home right now, man. On the side, I just went out of my way because I was coming back from the grocery store. I had to get a few things. I went out of my way to record this video to finish it up because I feel like the story deserves the good storytelling that I can do to it. I mean, it just is what it is. And I know it sounds like I'm bragging. I'm not really proud of it. I'm mad at myself. I'm mad at the system. I mean, there's so many facets I'm mad at because the system is broke and we all know it. It's what we're doing is not working anymore. Incarceration is not meant to help anybody. Probation certainly isn't meant to help anybody. So we need some other options here, but they won't because they're making millions of billions of dollars off of this stuff. Don't let it fool you. It's all a cash grab, guys. So that's what it is. I finally told the story. I actually, when it first happened, I told the story and put a YouTube video up. And they decided that even I'm not that stupid. I mean, come on, man. I'm facing the case. Not that I ever really thought I could beat it. I mean, it was an undercover. That was my only grounds. Is like, how am I supposed to know to stop? You know? Like, they got... And then here's my thing with that is if you stop for undercovers, then you'll stop for almost anything, and that puts people in a bad spot because people do fake being police officers to do nasty stuff to people. So that's what it is. I think I've talked y'all's ear off enough. I super appreciate y'all listening to my story, and I finally told it. There y'all go.